ain't gonna enjoy it while it lasts. It ain't gonna last too much longer, I promise you. Yeah, rise up. Get that scripture real quick, bro. So you know what that's I don't know.
It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease.
Yeah, rise up. Wake your ass up. Alright? There's about to be straight up death out here, man. And you look, women are the weaker vessel. So men are gonna have their motherfucking way with you. There ain't not a damn thing you'll be able to do about it either. Alright? You got all these movies, you got all this women flexing and whatnot. I don't give a shit if you're Ronda Rousey. Alright? You ain't gonna do nothing to a gang of motherfucking dudes, man. You just gonna bow down to the slaughter or whatever the hell they got planned for your ass, man. That's like, rise up, you women that are easy, you careless ass daughters, all right? Especially you ones that call yourself Israelites, especially you. You know, you better wake up, man. You ain't gonna fare too well either. All right, go ahead.
Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fall, the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, carelessly. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Yeah, it means humble yourself, man. Alright, humble yourself. Go ahead.
They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yeah, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous cities. Because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the cities shall be left, the forts and towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. Until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest.
Yeah, so pretty much, you know, all this is getting ready to be done away with. And all you're gonna have out here is a bunch of crazy ass dudes, alright, that's looking at human beings like Popeye chicken sandwiches. And a bunch of super over-sexualized people, alright, that in that day are going to be able to do whatever the hell they want to do. And they ain't going to have no regard for your rights. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't going to have no rights. It's just going to be whatever they want to do to you, they're going to do. Alright? And this is a perverse place. People have some sick sexual fantasy, man. Hey, man. You don't know what's going through these people's head. And it's going to show when all hell breaks loose. It's going to show exactly what motherfuckers have been thinking about.
Yeah, and man taking the sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth to his love. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sake.
Become servants for their sake. Become servants to a woman. Alright? Because why? Because she's fair to look upon. You know, she makes you feel good.
Even at this job site that I'm on, man, that's all they talk about is adultery. That's all that's going on in there is adultery.
Yep.
Oh, I'm separated. All I gotta do is I still want to deal with you. Nothing but adultery, man. And that's gonna lead these men to their destruction, man.
Yep.
And it's like the Most High set us to be watchmen, you know? we're watching over this place, and the Most High, he knows our thoughts, and he's reading our thoughts along with the angel's report. Man, this place needs to be destroyed, man. You know? But yeah, man, many have lost their wits over women, man. They don't even know that they're killing themselves just by putting their rod inside a certain chick, man.
That's why Paul says it's better not to. Good not to. But hey, that's why, you know, things gotta go down the way they're gonna go down. Reason being, you can't have women like that in the kingdom. Here it is, we're in the kingdom of heaven, and you got this woman walking around with her ass cheeks shown, enticing men. You know, that's wicked, man. You know, here it is, you got Jake trying to abstain from the lust of the flesh, and you got a woman walking around with her ass hanging out. That's vexing, man, because you're trying to be right, but you got this perverse woman that's walking around showing off her assets, putting demons on you. She might even be with her man, and her man don't care. She got her titties popping out, she got her butt cheeks hanging out. You see all of her meat flopping around when she walks. You know? And that's wickedness, man. Because here it is, you don't even want to look at this woman, but she's gonna just walk by flop to everybody. And a simple ass dude don't give a damn. He's just happy that she's with him. And the whole time she's over here talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on social media. You know, oh, it was another late day at work. I had to close again.
She had to close. I was talking to my buddy at my old job, and this black bitch was all distraught, right? She's all, I'm tired of living on my knees. Because that's how she got up in the company, man. She was on her knees blowing rod, man. Because she was just a regular degular, and then all of a sudden she's always with the manager. I even saw her when my car broke down in the parking lot. One day, they walking out like 2 hours later together. You know what I mean? And then now she has her own office. Good. She leapfrogged over everybody, and now she got her own shit. Talking about, I'm tired of living on my knees. Like, yeah, that's your women out here, man.
Hey, but that's your own doing.
Even on Wolf of Wall Street, dude blew his brains out because his woman was getting popped by everybody in the office. They was having orgies with her. That's what happens, man. You think your woman's going to work, man? She's having conversations with all the males there, man.
That's the spirit. It's a perverse spirit.
You might have warmed the food up wrong for one night. She's coming to have a vendetta against you. Well, I'm going to get this nigga about talking to Billy at work. See where it goes. Billy would treat me nice. That's the reality we live in, man. Nothing is ours in this society, man. Nope. Not your woman, not your kids, not your job, not your car, not your house. Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing for Esau to come. Hey, that's another. If you have children, you definitely don't want to be on social media talking about your Israelite. Because then they'll come to your house and say this is an unsafe environment for your kids. We're gonna have to take your children from you. Esau played that card, man. Esau, he's down and dirty, man.
We're gonna give your children a bill and some local. Adam and Steve, they're gonna raise your children the right way.
Yep. You don't want that.
Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women. And now do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him, and upon me the king's concubine, the daughter of the admiral Bartachus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head and setting it upon her own head.
Hey, that's how a woman gets down. Oh, it's funny. Ha ha ha. You know, it's all play. She'll take it, put it, look, I got the king's hat. Hey, these bitches are silly doves, bro. They're like puppy dogs, man. They love to play. They're silly. That's why you can't have a woman in charge. They're silly doves, man. That's why a man is supposed to be over a woman, because a man, real men don't play like that.
Men don't get hungry.
Yeah. Real man would. If the king was a man of the Lord, bitch take his crown off his head and slap the shit out of him. Bitch, don't you ever touch my crown. It's my shit.
The reason why I say that, Papa woman, she's always looking away from me because she's hungry. You know, men don't get hungry like that, you know? So they'll always be inferior.
Yeah, they're gonna have a march. We're gonna have a march.
Told you they were wicked. Not good.
You are not righteous.
That's why you can't take a woman serious, man. In my vain opinion.
I got a lot of reasons not to take it serious. Go ahead.
And taking the crown from the king's head and setting it upon her own head. She also struck the king with her left hand.
Oh, hell no. See, bitch way out of pocket now. You way out of line for that. Struck the king with her left. Oh. You looking at that subject, girl? Bam. You're supposed to, I'm your queen. Struck the king with her left hand. That left hand would have been gone after that. Alright, go ahead.
And yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. But if she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter, and she might be reconciled to him again.
Yeah, here it is, this woman hit him in the face. He's on, what did I do? No, I'm sorry. He's over here getting on his knees. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. What's the matter? Go ahead.
O ye men, how can it be but women should be strong, seeing they do thus? Then the king and the princes looked one upon another, so he began to speak of the truth. O ye men, are not women strong? Great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in his course. For he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day. Is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore great is the truth, and stronger than all these things. All the earth calleth upon the truth, and the heaven blesseth it. All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing. Wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore.
Hey, there's a scripture that says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall never pass away. That's the truth, man. Alright, go ahead.
With her there is no accepting of persons or rewards, but she doeth the things that are just, and refraineth from all unjust and wicked things, and all men do well like other works. neither in her judgment is any unrighteousness. And she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages.
Yeah, because by truth, that's how a kingdom is established. All right, which this is the truth. What we're speaking is truth. All right, that's why there's going to be a righteous kingdom established. All right, because it's of a truth, man. These things are going to happen. You know, anytime that a kingdom deviated from the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it was destroyed. All right, that's why Israel was taken into captivity. That's why Israel is in the condition that it's in today. All right, it's because deviance from the truth, man. All right, which is in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
Blessed be the power of truth.
Hey, because that's where where does the truth come from? It comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, greater than truth is who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's where the truth comes from. Hey, Yahweh Shai is the truth. Yahweh Shai said it plainly, I am the truth. Alright? Yahweh Shai is the fulfillment of the word of the Most High. You know, go ahead.
And with that he held his peace. And all the people then shouted and said, Great is the truth, and mighty above all things. Then said the king unto him, Ask what thou wilt more than is appointed in the writing, and we will give it thee.
That's it. That was the point right there. Truth never fails. You know? And Yahweh Shem Yahushua requires truth in the inward parts, man. What does it say in the scriptures? That a Jew is not one that is a Jew outwardly. It's one that is a Jew inwardly. Alright, so you have to be have an honest mindset, man. You know, that's why it says you're gonna come in truth to the fear of the Lord. You know, your intentions gotta be pure. Alright? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he searches the hearts. He tries the brains. That's why you get tested. That's why the Lord tempts you with things, so you can see what you're gonna do. Alright? If you fail, are you gonna repent? Or are you gonna get proud? You know, when you overcome, are you gonna be righteous, or are you gonna get puffed up? You know, because you can be walking righteously and go off course because you start thinking that you just too righteous, man. You just start thinking that you're the man. Which that's going into a perverse spirit. That's why you gotta watch. That's why you gotta examine thyself. It says that's why it says in the scriptures, the greater thou art, humble thyself. You know, the greater you are, the more of a servant you should be. Right? So you can keep that balance. You know. And when if your mind is right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua deals. The Lord's not dealing with somebody that's got messed up intention. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not going to deal with that. You get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6. Alright? If you're not doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord's not going to deal with you like that. So, yeah.
It's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 verse 1. Hear therefore, O you kings, and understand, learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of Yahweh and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels?
And who shall try your works and search out your counsels? Alright, the Lord is going to know what your mind is. Alright? Especially you coming into the truth, you gotta have your mind right. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's gonna if your intentions are pure, alright, he's gonna build you up. He's gonna break you down and rebuild you. First you gotta be broken. then you can be revealed. All right, go ahead.
Because being ministers of his kingdom, you have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you.
Hey, that's what's going to happen to the different kingdoms of the earth today. All right, Esau and these other nations, Yahweh Shemel Shai is coming upon them horribly and speedily. All right, to destroy Esau and these kingdoms off the face of the earth, man. And the Lord's going to set up righteous judges over the earth, man. All right, beginning with Yahweh Shai and the Lord's elect, the joint heirs, man. All right, Yahweh Shai received all things. Hey, so Yahweh Shai is going to freely give all things to his elect, man. You know, that's why we're striving for the masters. That's why we're striving for perfection. All right, so that we can make our calling and election sure, man, so we can have confidence in Yahweh Shai, man, so we can come out here boldly and say, look, man, you know, I serve the Heavenly Father and the Son. You know, go ahead.
For sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
See, sharp judgment shall be to them that's in high. Who's in high places, man? The heathen. All right, go ahead.
The person will soon call him the meanest. The mighty men shall be mightily tormented. For he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness.
Yeah, the Most High ain't looking at Trump like, dang, how am I going to take this guy down? He's so powerful. Wow, look at him. Look how austere he is. Look at his countenance. It's horrible to look upon. Man, what am I going to do with this guy? Man, the Most High looks at Esau like a damn cockroach. Alright, go ahead.
For he hath made the small and great, and cared for all alike.
Yeah, if you in a top ruling position, you got put there by the Most High, man. And Yahweh Shai created everything, whether it be dominions or principalities, you know, rulership, whatever it is. Yahweh Shai created that, man. You ain't nothing but a creature, man. Alright, go ahead.
For the sore trial shall come upon the mighty. Unto you therefore, O kings, do I speak, that you may learn wisdom, and not fall away.
Hey, we're getting ready to become a nation of kings and priests. So that's why we are adhering to His words, right? Because we want to rule, right? You want to rule over the nation with a rod of iron, right? So you gotta be found worthy to do so in the sight of Yahweh Shai. So you gotta walk worthily, man. You know, you gotta get in it, man. All right, go ahead.
For they that keep holiness holy shall be judged holy.
Look, they that keep holiness holy shall be judged holy. All right, go ahead.
And they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words. Desire them.
Yeah, desire the words of Yahweh Shai. You can go ahead and get that. You know, what was it, Luke chapter 6 or Luke 12 or wherever it is. Set your treasures upon treasures. That's another good one too. Set your heart right and constant. All right, go ahead.
And ye shall be instructed.
You shall be instructed. All right. This word instruction comes from. That's why it says that you got to be fully persuaded in your own mind. You got men to set up to guide other men, but at the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you're going to follow and adhere to these instructions. All right, you got to be in the spirit. You got to walk according to the spirit. That's your job. All right, go ahead.
And never fadeth away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, and maketh herself first known unto them. So seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors.
Hey, there's a scripture on that. All right. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars do not darken, nor the clouds return after the rain. Alright? So you gotta seek Yahweh Shema Shai early, man, before the evil days come. There's another scripture on it. Man, I can't remember how it goes. Okay. But yeah, you should be seeking after the Lord now, especially now. That's why you see the scripture, it is high time to wake out of sleep, coming out so much. Because this is the time, man. If there was ever a time to snap out of it, now is that time, man. Big time. Alright, because Yahweh Shema Shai is removing his spirit from off the world. Alright? I shouldn't say that. He's removing his words, you know, from the public, I should say. He's getting ready to hide his prophets, man. He's getting ready to hide his treasure. Alright? And those that have been seeking it early already got it. That's why it goes into the parable of the 5 foolish virgins and the 5 wise virgins.
To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her.
Yeah, she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her. Alright, now we're going to find out how you can be worthy to attain unto wisdom. Alright, to have that spirit come upon you. Alright,
Showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is desire of discipline.
the very true beginning of her is desire of discipline. That's why all throughout the New Testament and the different letters of Paul and Peter and John, they tell you to abstain from lust and to abstain from the flesh and to deny the flesh. Alright? Because the more you deny your flesh, the more your spirit can grow. Alright? Because that's discipline. Pleasing your flesh, that's not being disciplined. Okay? Yeah, that's why it says make no provision for the flesh, which means not to provide for your flesh, but rather exercise unto godliness, man. Deny your flesh. Alright? Deny yourself. Different pleasures, you know, even when it comes to food, man. You know, these people all over here killing each other over Popeye's chicken. Really, you should be thinking about fruits and vegetables, man. And that's a part of denying your flesh. Because, you know, if you've been eating a certain way for so long, you switch over to those healthy foods, you start going into withdrawals.
Can I ask you guys what you guys are preaching about?
Yeah, we're preaching about Hebrewism. So you would be a Hebrewism.
What's that?
So
Not setting up camera.
yeah.
My fault. Sorry.
So in the Bible, have you ever read the Bible? You know anything about it?
Yes. No.
So you read the Old Testament?
Oh. I read that Bible back and forth, up and down, left to right.
Okay. So in the Bible, it always talks about chosen people, right? Israelites.
Yes, I know about it.
So you know Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay. So Israelites have to be a people that's on the earth today, right? So who are the people that's in the land of Israel right now? Are those the Israelites according to the Bible?
Or? I said or?
Or? What do you mean?
As in, because you said it.
I said are those.
Oh, are those? Oh, they said it. I thought you said it as a question, as if there's two different things. Like, is it the Israelites still in Israel, or is it just regular people in Israel?
Well, you know what the heathen nations are, right?
I've heard of them.
Okay, so anybody that's outside of Israel, that's not of the lineage of Israel, they would be considered a heathen. Okay? Now, it tells you in the scriptures, give me Deuteronomy 28. that there was curses that would come upon the Israelites. So if you read the Old Testament, you know that every time that they disobeyed commandments from the Most High, right? They would go into slavery. They would be chased with the sword. They would be scattered throughout the whole world and be taken out of their land, right? So that's something that happened time and time again in Israel. Okay?
There's Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
From the one end of the earth even to the other. All right, that's the prophecy. Let's say if you disobey me, basically what this is
There
going
will be a
into.
transfer of. Okay, I see.
Yeah. If you disobey me, you're gonna be scat. You ain't gonna be in your land no more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell you off into slavery. You're gonna be all over the place. All right, go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And there, in those lands, you will serve these other nations' gods, right?
Yeah.
Because the only people that got the commandments and promises, covenants from the Most High are the people, the chosen people, the Israelites, right?
Yeah.
So, if Israel has been scattered throughout the entire world, and it said that the Most High said, I would take you out of your land. It's a punishment, right? That means that the people that's in the land of Israel today, they're not the actual Israelites. They can't. Just according to the Bible. Just according to the Bible. All right, go ahead.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Even in America, right, as a so-called black person, you know that oftentimes your life hangs in doubt. If the cops roll up on you, do you feel good?
Sometimes.
If you're just walking down the street, the cop rolls up on you, you get a good feeling about it?
It depends. Am I high or not? Because I smoke weed, so if I'm high, I'm gonna feel good. I don't care about the cop. But if I'm not, that might be a different story.
Yeah, if you're not under the influence of anything, you in your right mind. If a cop rolls up on you, you're not gonna. I don't get a good goddamn
Yeah,
feeling.
then I don't get a good feeling.
All right. Now, the reason and the reason being is because you're under these curses. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're under these curses. All right, according to the Bible, because these are the Israelites. These people are the chosen people of the Most High and His Son. All right, but Jesus Christ is not the name of the book. Okay, so what you have even to this day is that's why you have the Black Lives Matter movement and all these different things. That's why you have segregation. That's why you have the majority of the ghettos too. It's these people, right? But that's according to prophecy. All right, go ahead.
And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, Would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. The Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
They get that revelation.
By the way that whereof I spake unto thee.
Read that again. Listen carefully. This is another prophecy. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, stop right there. Now, so you know, if you read the Bible, you know that for 400 years, Israel was in slavery under the Egyptians. All right?
Yeah.
So, you know, the land of Israel is connected to Africa, right? It pretty much stems off from Africa. And between it, there's the wilderness of sin. And then it goes, there's like then there's Egypt. Trying to think what the closest part is right there in Egypt. It's connected to the wilderness. I can't remember. But you could just walk there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
From
about.
Israel to Egypt, you could walk there. All right? Yeah, you don't got to take a ship. You don't got to take a boat. So, when it's now get that revelation. Yeah, you
It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. That their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. This is why when you look on the back of the dollar bill, what's on it? It's an Egyptian pyramid, right? When you look into the word Egypt, or when you look into Egypt in the scriptures, it said, I have taken you out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is a representation of slavery. So,
House of bondage.
yeah. So the transatlantic slave trade was what?
Okay.
That's the fulfillment of Deuteronomy right there, where it says you will be brought into Egypt again with ships. See? Now, if you can perceive it, okay. This is scripture.
Okay.
And now we're getting ready to be delivered out of slavery. These people are getting ready to be delivered out of Egypt. All right. So the Most High's true name is Yahweh, right? Because that's in the Hebrew, right? His son's name is Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh literally means Yahweh means He exists, right? Yahweh Shai means He. Yahweh Shai means saves, delivers. He delivers, right? So the Lord only came to earth to be crucified as a sacrifice for His people, and that's it. All right, and the Israelites are these people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. They're actually the Israelites according to their different tribes. All right, so-called Negroes, all right, like Little Brother being the head tribe of Judah, which is where Yahweh Shai came out of, all right, so-called Jesus Christ. All right, now, that being said, a lot of these people are going to die. All right. The only way that you could be saved is by receiving the truth. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that. But I have a different belief about being saved.
I'm sure you do.
I see where you're going. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. See,
Does make sense.
get Romans.
Well, I don't want to hold you guys up because I see y'all still doing this, so I'm gonna let y'all continue. But thank you. I just wanted to see what it was about and stuff, and get whatever information I could. I see what you guys are preaching about. It sounds good. So keep up the good work, y'all.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Yep. All right, go back to listen to songs.
Psalm chapter 6, verse 17. For the very true beginning of earth, the God of Israel.
Yeah, the very true beginning of earth, the God of Israel. All right. And so, if you want to receive wisdom, if you want to receive this knowledge, okay, you have to receive instruction. You have to adhere to those instructions, and thus you will become disciplined. That's actually where you get the word disciple from. All right, those that had discipline. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai had disciples. All right. Now, say that Israelite that came up and was asking questions. Say he was moved by the Spirit. His next inquiry would have been, all right, well, how do I get saved? Because I just told him a lot. I told him a lot of these people are going to die. I asked him if he understood that. What he said is he had a different belief of salvation. So if he would have received the Spirit of Yahweh, so he got rejected. So I think so too. Which that's why he has a different belief in salvation. He wants to believe in Jesus Christ so he can keep it. He don't got to change none of his ways. Because with Jesus Christ, you can do whatever. Christians do whatever the hell they want. I had seen I don't remember if my brother put it up, but I had seen a video. It was like some pastor of some church teaching his congregation how to properly perform doggy style.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
So I mean, that's what's going on in the churches. You got women twerking and all kinds of madness. You know? I know the cops have been rolling by us a lot more.
Oh, I think they always do.
Nah, cause one of them rolled by slow, cracked the window down, just staring. It's alright. So if he would have been moved by the Spirit, his next inquiry would have been, how do I get saved? Well, you have to receive instruction, you know, and get that discipline. You know, you're gonna have to learn right from wrong. All right, because sin is transgression of the law, so you're gonna have to learn the law. You're gonna have to learn the commandments. All right, you have to learn how to receive the Spirit. All right, how to grow in the Spirit. But the Lord didn't deal with him at all, man. You know. Go ahead.
And the care of discipline is love.
Love is what? Go ahead.
And love is the keeping of her laws.
Love is the keeping of her laws. If you want to be a citizen in any kind of country, you got to keep their laws. You got to keep their ways in order to live in that country. You know? So if you want to be a citizen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you got to keep those laws. You got to conduct yourself according to the ways that society conducts itself. Alright, go ahead.
And the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
Hey, giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. So when those corruptible thoughts come into you, you think upon the scriptures. That way you can fight against that corruption. Alright? Because the mind is deceitful and wicked. You know, desperately wicked. Your flesh wants to do what it wants to do. But you gotta tame your flesh. You gotta bring it into subjection. Alright? And you do that with the scriptures, the same way Yahweh Shai did. You know? When Satan came and tempted him. You know? Go ahead.
And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High.
Incorruption maketh us near unto Yahweh Shai. Alright? So by your repenting and taking upon you of the ways of Yahweh, it brings you closer to the Lord, man. The more disciplined you are, right, the more you deny the flesh, the closer you become to Yahweh because you're getting rid of that corruption that's in you. Alright, you're fighting against the corruption that's in this world. Alright, go ahead.
Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O you kings of the people, honor wisdom that you may reign forevermore. As for wisdom, what she is, and how she came up, I will tell you, and will not hide mysteries from you, but will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity, and bring the knowledge of her into light, and will not pass over the truth. Neither will I go with consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom.
Such a man will have no fellowship with wisdom. Alright, consuming envy. You know, being wrathful, consuming anger. You know, being silly. You know, there's many different paths that you can go down that will have wisdom to depart from you. Alright? But when you walk in that straight path, alright, Yahweh Shem Yahushai comes near to you, man. Alright, that wisdom comes near unto you. Alright, go ahead.
But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people.
Yeah, the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. Right now, you have the unwise ruling the world. Right? You have a multitude of unwise people that are that's why you see these nations depleting the world's resources at such a rapid pace. Alright? These different Edomite societies, these different heathen societies, they can't sustain themselves for much longer. Especially America, because it's so foolish in its dealings. Alright? It's so greedy in its game. It's just constantly sucking resources out of the earth without giving the earth any time to replenish it. Alright? Don't give the land no rest. So that's not wise. That's foolishness. Alright? That's the type of things that these Edomites and these other nations are doing. Okay? And that's why that's why these kingdoms are getting ready to collapse. Alright? That's why it says such as the ruler, as the governor of a place is, so are the people. You know that whole you only live once. Hey, when you read in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, that's the wicked's. That's Esau's philosophy. You only live once. Live fast, die young. That's Esau's philosophy. Look at this society. This society is so fast-paced that these people are all on drugs for anxiety and depression. Because you're constantly moving in this society. Everything is go, 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 go. Every day you gotta go to work. You gotta go to work. If you don't go to work, you're gonna be late on your bill. You're gonna be late on your payment. You're not gonna have food. You're not gonna have this. You're not gonna have this. Alright? Go here, do this, do that. You don't have anything for yourself. You don't have your own gas to fill up your car. You don't have your own crops to feed yourself with. You don't have your own animals, your own farm, you know. So you got to constantly be making trips to the store to spend your money. Which that's that cycle of death that these people are in, that we're in. Yep. Constantly keeping you on your toes. You know, Esau's constantly got that hot poker under your feet, poking you. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. You know, this system is set up to keep you moving. All right?
But receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good.
Yep. And it shall do you good. Alright? So we're in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. It'll do you good. Alright? Go ahead with what you got.
Is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Yeah, so you don't lay for yourself treasures on earth. Okay, cars. You know, because cars, what? They break down. Houses get mold. They break down. They get old. You know, even these bodies, as soon as you're born, the process of your body breaking down already begins. Okay? You know, you get to a certain age, in this wicked ass place, you start feeling it at the age of 30. Actually, you start feeling it before that. Nowadays, you start feeling it in your 20s, man. You start feeling that process of breaking down. All right. That's why you're not supposed to lay up for yourself treasures on this earth. All right, because the riches of this world, they're not gonna save you with destruction. All right. Go ahead.
And where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah. So where your treasure is, that's where your heart's going to be. So if your treasure is in this world, then your heart's going to be in this world. All right, you're not going to be thinking upon Yahweh Shem. You're going to be thinking upon, your job and how you're gonna level up in this society. All right, but we don't care about those things. All right, we're worried about spiritual things, man. All right, we're worried about the fruits of the spirit. All right, and so that's where our treasure is. So that's where our heart is, man. That's why we're constantly thinking upon Yahweh Shai, man. That's why we're constantly trying to better ourselves in the spirit. You have something else?
No, I have a precept.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Yeah, because riches come from Yahweh Shai. Success, being taken care of, all these things come from the Lord, man. Alright, so if you're looking to Yahweh Shai, the Lord will give you the things that you need. That's why Yahweh Shai taught, to pray the Lord's Prayer. He said the Lord already knows what you have need of. The Most High knows that you need to eat. The Most High knows that you need certain things to survive, man. So worrying about things that pertain to Yahweh Shai, the Lord will fulfill the needs of the flesh, man. Right? You'll be taken care of. Alright, is that it on that?
That they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate.
Yeah. So that's what you should want to be rich in. You want to be rich in good works. Alright? Doing things that's pleasing to Yahweh Shai. You're ready to communicate. We're communicating right now. Alright? Yahweh Shai is in the midst of this camp right now. Because this gets put up on the internet, for believers to watch. And stay in the spirit. The body edifies itself. He that watereth himself. Alright, go ahead.
Laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life.
Yep. That's what we're looking to. Look at St. John the 14th chapter. We're looking towards heavenly things. We're looking for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Alright? Whoever wants to get it. You want to get it?
It's at the top?
Start at the top.
There's John 14 and 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself.
Hey, so Yahweh Shai is coming back. All the signs are here. Give Matthew the 24th chapter. Alright? All these different signs are here, and the Lord said not to be troubled at these things. Alright? Because Yahweh Shai is going to be with you, man. Alright? The odds seem stacked against us, man. Alright? know, you got these Edomites, these agents. You got all these people that you got all these people that hate us. You know, it tells you in the scriptures the whole world is against us, man. So the odds are stacked. We're fighting against all odds, man. It looks hopeless for us. The offscoring of the earth. You know, we're like we're to these people, we're a scab on the foot, on the toenail of society. That's how these people look at us. So if you're looking at it from an outside standpoint, you know, you can see why these people scoff at us and talk shit. Because it looks like what we're doing is foolish, man. It looks like what we're doing is vain and hopeless. But Yahweh Shem Shai gave us faith. We have these words to comfort us. Because the Lord said He's coming back to receive us. Hey, Yahweh Shai said He's coming back to avenge His elect. You know, the scriptures tell you that we're precious. Our faith is precious to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Us putting all of our chips on the Lord, that's a righteous thing. Didn't it say Abraham believed in the Lord and He counted it unto him for righteousness? That's heavy, bro. Your belief in Yahweh Shem Shai is righteous, man. Alright, the Lord doesn't look upon that with disdain. That's why we're faith-based Israelites, because the scriptures tell us to be faith-based Israelites. The scriptures tell us to rely completely on Yahweh Shem Shai. See, these people don't realize that they are fighting against the Lord, man. They think they're more powerful than we are. You know, these cops, Esau, you know, FBI, these secret societies, the elites, right? Even these regular people, they think they're more powerful than us, man. They think they're better than us. But they don't realize that they're fighting against Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Alright? That there's actually a power that's out of this world that's with us, man. Alright? We believe in that. Keep going.
That where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go, ye know. And the way ye know, Thomas saith unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Yahweh Shai saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Alright? So you gotta believe, you gotta rely on Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You gotta believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. Alright? Because that's who's going to save you at the end of the day, is the Lord, man. Alright? Go ahead.
If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. Philip saith unto him, Lord, shew us the Father, and it sufficeth us. Yahweh Shai saith unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, Shew us the Father? Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself.
Yeah, the words that we speak are not of ourselves. Alright, we speak the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Alright, if the Lord said He's going to deliver us, then He's going to deliver us, man. That's it. That's what it is. Go ahead.
But the Father that dwelleth in me, He doth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also. and greater works than these shall he do.
See? So the men of the Lord are actually going to receive power to do things, all right, that's going to exalt